Hello.
Hi.
So, we are reading.
Hey, no, it's my book. You forgot yours.
No, mine's just in the class. We are reading The Ranger's Apprentice.
Runes of Gorlon.
And so, what we were reading from chapter 12 or
Yeah, chapter
What,
12
12?
to 18.
yeah. And so, what happened is it commenced with
With Will trying to ride a horse named Tug and not being aware that he was a special kind of horse.
Yeah. And so he finally learned how to ride him, and there's a password that was like
May I or something?
yeah, it was
He had to whisper to the horse and say, "May I?"
no, permettez-moi.
Oh yeah.
And then he had to say that, and then the horse let him ride him.
Yeah, but if he didn't, the first time he tried, he got flown off by apparently a horse that was really small, like a pony.
Small. It was like a shaggy horse, but
It was a pony.
But he was very surprised about how fast and how powerful this horse was.
And he kept thinking by the look in his eyes, like
What he was saying, kind of.
like I might surprise you.
Yeah. And then who is this who is this unrespectful delinquent?
Oh yeah.
But so after that all the friends
It was like
it was Horace, Jenny,
George, Alice,
Will, Alice, and
that's it. There were 5.
And so they were getting together.
Pie from that Jenny made in her apprentice, which is
The cooking
from Master Chubb,
who hits her with a wooden spoon.
And apparently she's one of the best students, I guess.
Yeah, but Master Chubb has no mercy.
Yeah.
So but what they're doing is they're having a dinner together, and they
Jenny brought pie.
Yeah, and Jenny brought pie, and
Will,
yeah.
Will, Alice, George, and Jenny were there, but they were waiting for Horace for like 10 minutes, so they decided just to leave 2 pieces for Horace.
And start eating.
Yeah, and then when
Horace wasn't very happy.
Yeah, and then when Horace came, Jenny said, "You're here at last." And then he spazzed out because they weren't because they didn't wait for him. And then he saw Will up in the tree. Then he saw Will up in the tree, and he was like trying to insult him, and he was waiting for them to laugh, but they didn't. I suppose that Holt has teaching you how to spy.
Yeah, but so what happened then is it broke out into a big fight.
Yeah. Well, no, not then. He said, "I bet. What kind of horse is this? It looks like a retarded dog."
Yeah, he said it looks like a big dog, and because his horse
is like a
was
tiny,
shaggy,
tiny pony
and small. But what happened is he was insulting the horse.
Yeah, and he said, "I bet my grandma could ride it." And then Will said, "Yeah, I bet she could, but I'll bet you can."
And then then what happened is he went, "Oh, really?" And then got on, and without the passphrase, permettez-moi, he basically Tug just bucked him off.
Yeah, and then Will
he went
said,
flying and then backflopped onto the ground.
Then Will said, "Looks like your grandma could teach you a few things."
Yeah.
And then they were trying to hold their smile like Alice and George did, but Jenny just bursted into laughter.
Yeah, but so then
that's kind of one of my connections. We were going down on a sleigh and down a hill off a tiny jump.
Yeah,
but since the hill was really steep, the tiny jump that high made us get 2 feet of air. So my friend bet that I couldn't do it. I went on and I did it. Then he said that looked easy. He tried it and he completely bailed. He did 5 rolls down the hill.
And then after that, the Horace's the guy who,
they started to get in a fight, and then
the guy came and got mad at them.
And he got especially mad since it was one of his apprentices.
Because Horace was his apprentice.
Yeah. And he was in battle school, and yet Will was like on top of him, giving him some knuckle sandwiches.
Will punched him in the nose and gave him a bloody nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he expected Will to just run away. But he didn't. He was just waiting there and gave him. Yeah, Will did beat him up.
A connection that I had was at the dinner when everybody started eating, and and they just kind of gobbled down their food because they were waiting for so long.
Yeah, that happened to me before. Like, I wasn't there. And
oftentimes, I'll not eat for a while. Like I'll forget lunch or something, and then I will
when it comes to dinner.
Yeah, and then when I come to dinner, I'll just eat the entire thing in like 2 minutes. And then
at one point, like for about a month and a half or something, I never had breakfast. I just kept on forgetting. I don't know why.
I didn't have lunch the day before for some reason.
Lunch is my favorite meal of the day.
Yeah. Because dinner's always like gross parent food, you know?
Yeah.
Well, like sophisticated food.
Like yesterday, my was not
lunch
sophisticated.
Is like a sandwich.
I had chicken and I got a drumstick and curly fries.
Yummy.
So not really that sophisticated.
Yeah. Also, I predicted at the when as soon as the fight started that Will was going to beat him.
I knew that eventually Will would Horace would no longer be picking on Will. And our prediction from the first one of Will liking it was true. He is liking being a ranger now.
I thought that Holt would be, when they were fighting, I thought that Holt would be there watching him, and then after the fight, that Holt would get really mad at Will.
Well, maybe he is, but...
we don't know yet, because the fight kind of ended at the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
But what happened is,
I found it actually kind of surprising that Will jumped off the tree onto Horace.
Yeah. That was pretty
like a pile driver.
I think Will's good.
But what happened that kind of confused me is in a couple of chapters before it said Will was missing his friend Horace, and then
he's like a total jerk bum.
They were jerk bums from the start, or Horace was a jerk bum from the start, but for some reason he thought of him as his friend, and then they became not friends again.
Now
because
he's a
they
total
were imaginary friends. Now he's a very big jerk bum, except
I think battle school.
Except he's lost of it. It's funny now because when he tries to be a jerk bum, then Will just kind of owns him with his ranger skills.
Yeah. Imagine if Will had a bow with him.
Ooh, I don't think he would shoot Horace though.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Well, still, if you're this close to someone and trying to beat them up,
I don't think he would go.
It's best interest to use your hands.
But I mean, let's say you had an arrow there. I think that most people would just do this if they had an arrow and somone right beside them that they was trying to kill them.
Or you could
go like that.
Yeah, or you could just go like.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work very well. But no, that'd be mean. Also, an exciting moment that I had was when Will and Tug were because I thought that he was gonna fall off the entire time. I thought that he was gonna fall off and hurt himself.
Yeah.
Horace?
No, Will off Tug. You know when they were riding through the field and
Oh yeah.
I thought that he was gonna hit a tree or something. Yeah. Because he was so distracted.
Wait. Speaking of that I was scootering home with Christian, and Lucas was walking home with someone too, and Christian said, "Look out!" and he ran into a pole.
Oh.
His handlebars went up and hit the pole.
Also, when I was like, move!
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
I was
proud of you, Lockwood.
And I was just like, and I just kind of threw myself off.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading the next couple of chapters. because they seem that they will be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I actually kind of think that Holt would have been there.
Yeah, I know, because he's always there.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's always there.
He's just watching.
He's even there. I bet he's there too.
He's watching. He's just like standing in the wall.
Oh yeah, and also
scary.
And also when
You
what
couldn't do
surprised
anything
me is
without
that Holt didn't want to tell Will that he was the one that led.
You're on a diet. Don't eat that cupcake.
Yeah, no, but like when he didn't tell Will that he was the one that led all the soldiers.
I like that like kind of chubby guy who gave Will the horse to.
I mean Max. Oh yeah, the guy like
Sir.
He was a ranger.
It was
That's
like
all I
Sir
know.
Con something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that he was a ranger though.
This has been the Ranger's Apprentice.